Greetings all and welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Perry Walker, and today I want to continue my conversation and talking about the Splice Stacks. Now, if any of you guys have ever used Splice, you know that it's a sample loop website where you can get royalty-free samples and loops and one-shots and whatnot to use inside of your DAW to create beats. Or they have excellent song starters, like if you get brain freeze like I do often because I'm old. You know, you need something to help you get started along. Now, when I first started using Splice a little over 2 years ago, I wasn't really impressed. I've been used to like the old school way of making beats and working with loops back in the day when I was coming up with a sampler. You just loaded it in and looped it and looped different samples together. And working with hardware was a little bit different. You know, I actually found it easier then. But Splice has done a really good job at making these samples available. Now, the Stacks feature is something that they added in here a while back. And to be quite honest, it wasn't very good in the beginning. It was really rudimentary at best, right? Now, these stacks are so easy to make. And I tell you, if you've never used it, you're really missing out. But anyhow, I'm just going to, try to make a stack here. If you want to, you just choose your sampler, like you browse different libraries, right? You can choose anything. The Soul Cookbook, Vintage Crates. It doesn't matter. Find something that you like. Let me see if I could. I'll go with Vintage Crates, right? And let's see what we can get. And you'll come over here and you'll come to this little icon right there. And it says create stacks. Now, some of the sounds you can't create stacks. But before I do create the stack, I want to hear what the sound sounds like, right? Because, you know, you may get a stink sound you can't do anything with. So let me see here. What does this sound like? Nice little old school slow drag. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and create a stack. Now, the funky thing about creating a stack on the PC, it gives you the style choice, but on the phone you could choose your style before you even do it. But let's hear what this sounds like. Let's see what we got. It's not bad. Let's see if we could put something into that. A little Vox. Now, obviously, this is like a generic makeup here. If you really want to beam in on styles, you can come over here and select your different genres. And like I said, on the phone, it lets you select these genres before creating the stack. I don't know how to do that on the PC, but still it's simple, right? And so this is what we got so far. It's no real style to it. I just got many things. Let's choose a style. Let's see let's go hip hop. Sometimes you're like, that's hip hop? I think not. But let's do it again here. New. Let's go one more time. Kind of has that, kind of like a little bit of a southern hip hop sound. Let me see if I can add some vocals to it. Not bad, you know. Let's do it. Well, I'm gonna keep that. Let me save it. First time during tea time. I don't know where they get these names from, man. let's see if we can add something else to it. Let's try chords. Let's see what they come up with. Chords. That's not bad. My goodness. I usually have to flick through this many times before I can get something useful. Percussion. Give it a little bit of a girth there. What's that? Knock percussion? We in the house, y'all. We in the house, y'all. We're making all these stacks with Splice, y'all. We in the house, y'all. We in the house, y'all. And we're making these stacks with Splice, y'all. Okay. Let me save that, man. I really like that. Let me see. Anyway, go to my stacks. First time doing it. Okay. There it is. All right. Sorry. Like I said, the Windows version of using Splice still kind of eludes me, but as you can see, you know, using these stacks, man, gives you a really good start. And I don't know about you, but just something like this is really easy. And, you know, if you have whatever DAW you use, whether you use Fruity Loops or Studio One or any other beat making software or whatnot, you can export these right here. At least they have nice little export for Ableton Live and Studio One, or the stems or the original samples, and put it in you can put it in a stereo mix if you want to. But I like exporting it as a Studio One project because I use Studio One. But it's a nice starter, man, that could get you going really fast. And here's the cool part. Gives you the BPM, because all of the stems, when you save it, or if you save the stems or export it as Ableton Live or Studio One, it gives you the BPM, and it keeps it in this key. See, all of these samples right here are different keys. And I'm sure if you're a Splice user, you know that. But I think a lot of people don't, you know, they don't use the stack feature enough, because I don't hear anyone on YouTube talking about it. And whenever they have those funky little commercials on YouTube, they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it at all. Now, of course, it's limited what you could do. You know, if you hover over things, you could turn things up and down. Here, let me play this again. You can mute. See how I took that out? Let me bring it back in when it loops back around. Take it out like that. See how I turned it up, right? You can save it. So anyhow, I really think that this stack feature is really good. And for anyone that is struggling with getting started on a beat, or if you've ever used Splice or any other loop library and you don't know the key, if it doesn't include the key, you know, as you saw when I had the screen up, you could put it in any key you want, and you could choose the key. You could choose how many semitones you want to go, you can reset the original and whatnot. But other than that, it's a really nice feature, and I can't stop talking about it enough. Now, I'm not sponsored by Splice, as you can see, because this video isn't super polished, but I just want to get the word out about using Splice Stacks, because again, if you have a hard time starting or getting inspired making beats or creating a production for music that you're doing, these stacks are really great. And another thing that I've been using Splice for, I have another YouTube channel where I talk about relationships. And instead of using stock loops that comes with Adobe Suite, and I want something a little different, if they don't have something that I think kind of suits the mood I'm going after, I come over to Splice and I make me a quick stack, something that, you know, defines what I'm trying to do and convey what emotion I want to convey in those videos. But anyhow, if you dig this video and you didn't know much about Splice and this offered you some value on digging deeper, you know, give me a thumbs up so that this could spread across the YouTube algorithm, and take it a step further and subscribe to my channel. And if you are an avid Splice user and you know the ins and outs of this interface while using a PC or a Mac, you know, shoot me a comment and, you know, give me some knowledge on how to use this as effectively as I do when using my phone. So until the next time, guys, I will see you on the next one. Peace.